How long are you going to wait? How long are you going to keep stalling before you finally commit to Christ? A lot of people say that they're going to wait till they fix themselves, which is pretty dumb. It's just the truth. A lot of people wait because they feel they're not ready to come to God yet. They feel like God won't accept them. They say, I need to fix myself. I need to, quit smoking. I need to quit drinking. I need to quit vaping. I need to quit, having such a lustful heart before I come to Christ. Now, God's patience for you is almost endless. And I say almost endless because you can harden your heart to Christ, and at that point, the Lord is not going to do much to try to win you over to Him. Now, the Lord usually, He doesn't try to win us over because we have free will, right? We have the free will and decision to choose God. That's what this life is, I believe. I believe this life is a really big test to see, are you going to choose God or are you going to choose the world? And once you've hardened your heart to Christ, there's not much He's going to try to do to really, to really make you want to come to Him. But other than that, other than you hardening your own heart to Christ, His patience for you is endless. He watches you constantly, watching you fail time and time again, watching you make the same mistakes, watching you make the same excuses. And 10 years down the line, if you finally decide that you want to come to Christ, He will welcome you with open arms. But the thing is, a lot of people, they've been waiting for some perfect moment in their life. They've been waiting for some, magical moment where they say, you know what, now I'm finally ready to come to God. Whether it be they are finally, they're waiting to finally quit smoking and for them to just all of a sudden stop smoking before they come to God. Or, they think that they're just magically going to, at some point, arrive at a decision that, okay, now's the time. Your brain, your flesh is never going to just all of a sudden do that. You're not really just all of us, if you're sinning right now, if you're constantly smoking, if you're constantly vaping, 9 times out of 10, you're not just going to magically be like, all right, let's go to God. Because your flesh, the enemy is convincing you that you are not enough yet. The enemy is convincing you that you are not yet worthy to come to God because you are continuing to do these certain things, right? The thing is, it's not God's fault. It's yours. Take responsibility, take accountability for your relationship with God. If you don't have a relationship with God, that's not God's fault. You're the one stalling. The Lord's sitting right there, but you have to first make the first move towards Him before He can start acting in your life. You have to make that first step towards Christ. You have to open your Bible. You have to pray. You have to go to church for the first time. Open that Bible for the first time. You have to make that decision. God's powerful, but He's not just going to control you like a little puppet and make you open up your Bible. He's not gonna control your mouth and make you say a prayer. That's your job. It's not His job. Okay? And you have to make that decision. Make that decision sooner than later. If you know that if you're looking at the current state of the world, things aren't looking too good. And if you're keeping up with the end times and what it says in the Bible, which you may not, but there are a lot of things that are going to show us the season that we're in before Christ comes again. That is a very real thing, and it will happen. Everyone is going to be judged. Hindus, Islam's, or what's their religion called? I can't think of it. I don't know why I can't think of it. All the different kinds of religions, atheists, all those, everyone on the planet is going to be judged when the Lord comes again. And it can happen at any moment in time. And if you're not ready to meet the Lord face to face, then you're going to not go to heaven. That's all I'll say. There is a heaven, there is a hell, and you have the complete choice to decide that you're going to get close to God, live by his commands and follow him and obey him, or you can obey the world, live half and half, trying to follow Christ, trying to be in the world, and you can end up somewhere else. That's just the truth, you know? Many people get comfortable in falling into the cycle where they'll say, oh, I'm going to, they smoke a bunch one day. They finally realize that the vaping isn't really for them. They have a really bad night of drinking. They get totally blacked out. They wake up the next day, they miss work, and they feel horrible about themselves. They feel sick to their stomach, literally. And they finally say, you know what, this is just not for me. They say, maybe it is time to come to Christ. Or they say, maybe I just need to change my life. And then they sort of get a bit of motivation, but the enemy convinces them that they need to first completely quit this thing before they can change. And then they go back into drinking because they realize that they can't do it on their own strength, or they don't realize that. Since they don't realize that they can't quit these things on their own strength, they continue to do them, and they fall right back into this same cycle, of saying they're going to quit, saying they're going to change their lives, and then falling right back in. And it's just this constant cycle. And the thing that people don't understand, and that you need to understand, is that God is the one who changes you. God is the one who gets you out of the addiction. He's the one who helps you quit smoking. He's the one who gets rid of the vapes for you. He's the one who helps you not desire to even drink alcohol anymore. God is the one who does that. You don't do that on your own. God is the one who redeems you. He is the one who brings you salvation. He is the one who takes you out of these things. And it's up to us to take that first step into receiving what he has for us, into receiving that salvation. It's up to us. And that's what a lot of people don't understand. A lot of people think that, it's up to me to change myself, fix myself, and, do all this stuff before I go to God. And it's just not true. It's just not true. Matthew 11:28 says, "Come to me, all who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest." Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened. Are you burdened with the addiction of smoking? Does it lay in your mind? And are you constantly worrying and stressing about quitting this thing, knowing that it's wrong, knowing that it's bad for you, yet you continue to do it? Are you tired of feeling the same thing? Go to the Lord. He is the one who will give you rest. A doctor doesn't look for people that aren't sick. Same thing for God. God doesn't look for people who are already righteous and following him. He doesn't need to do anything with those people. The Lord looks for people who are in need, who know that they are in need of him, which we all are in need, whether you're following God or not. But there's a difference between being saved and not being saved. Once you're saved, you just keep following God. Yeah, you still need him, but you're not running the risk of not going to heaven and not, not inheriting the kingdom of heaven. The Lord is looking for people that know that they need him and are not yet living for him. All right, I hope you're really understanding how simple it is. It's not difficult to understand. I'm trying to make it as simple as possible. If I'm not, please let me know in the comments if I need to make things simpler. But the Lord wants you to come as you are. He doesn't want you to try to do anything to yourself first before coming to him. He wants you exactly as you are, addicted to smoking, to weed, to vaping, to alcohol, to porn, to whatever you may be addicted to. The Lord wants you to come to him and to give it to him. He wants to take that sin from you and completely eradicate it from your life. But you have to give it to him. You have to come to God first and accept that you need him. Understand that you need him. Understand that you need him to take this thing away from you. That you need his strength. If you do not admit that, he can't do it for you. The first step towards someone getting out of an addiction is understanding and realizing that they have an addiction. That's the only time someone will quit, is if they know that they are addicted, if they know they have an issue. That's who God's looking for. He's looking for you, bro. He's looking for you. You're still watching because you know that you need to change. You know that there's something that needs to happen. Great. That is you are in the best position to receive God's glory. You are not God's glory, to receive his salvation. You are in the perfect position to receive the blessings that the Lord has for you. But you have to humble yourself before the Lord. Understand that you need him. And you have to do this by starting. You can't just know that you can't just not do anything but expect everything. You know what I'm saying? You can't just expect the Lord to completely change your life, but you not read your Bible, pray to God, obey and live for him, go to church. You can't expect something for nothing. You don't get anything for nothing in this world. That's just a law, a principle, whatever you want to call it. You have to first come to God. Okay? So what are you still waiting for? If you're still watching, if you've watched this entire video, I want to ask you, and I want you to take a couple seconds. I'm going to give you a couple seconds to think about it. What are you still waiting for? Are you still, after you watch this video, are you still going to be waiting to quit your bad habits? Are you still going to be waiting to quit smoking weed? Are you still going to be waiting to quit something? Are you going to wait till till next week, tomorrow, next month? When? Because I'll tell you, 2 years ago, a year ago, yesterday was the best time to start. But if you didn't start then now is the best time to start. Now is the next best time. If you didn't start a year ago, 2 years ago, 5 years ago, yesterday, that's okay. But today, now, in this moment, is the next best time to start. That's what you must understand. Is that the quicker you start, the better it's going to be. Because the longer you continue to stall, the longer you continue to, keep pushing it off to come to Christ, the more comfortable you get with stalling. The less of a conviction you feel for stalling it. Meaning, if you keep waiting and waiting and waiting, you say tomorrow and then you don't do it tomorrow, you get used to that. And eventually it's like you'll never start. It's like everyone with the gym. It's like, just go do that workout, bro. Go hit that workout. Just do it once. If you don't, if you can't stay consistent, that's fine. Just go try it once. Just start up again. If you can't do it four times a week, try 2 times a week. Start small. Same thing with coming to God. Okay? Coming to God doesn't mean that you have to completely do a complete overhaul of your life. It doesn't mean that all of a sudden you're gonna, have no desire to do any of these things, that you have to quit all of them that day, that you have to, read your Bible 5 times a day and pray 50 times a day and go to church now 4 times a week. That's not what, starting with God looks like. Starting with God may look like one prayer today. Coming back to God, or knowing that you need him and starting this journey with him, may be opening your Bible to a random verse and chapter and reading it. It may be watching a couple videos on YouTube about God and, how should I pray? How should I read my Bible? What books should I start with? Maybe it's not even reading your Bible. Maybe it's looking up videos on where you should start and then starting, not just looking up a video on where to start, but actually starting. It's not complicated, guys. It's not hard. It's not difficult. It can suck. It can feel weird to open up your Bible and read it because you may have no idea what you're reading, but that's okay. Continue to read. Continue to pray, even if you hear nothing back from God. Reading your Bible is the Lord speaking to you. You may not find anything that stands out to you in that reading, but that's okay. Maybe there's a situation, a certain person that said something to you, and maybe that's God speaking to you. Maybe this exact video is God speaking directly to you, saying it is time to finally come to God. And that's why I make this video. Boys, I hope that this video helped. Currently on a work trip in Texas. Right now I'm in Dallas. I'm from Florida, if you don't know. And everything I talked about in this video, I went through on my own. I thought that I needed to quit smoking weed before I could go back to God, because I knew that I needed God. I knew that I needed to go back to him and have a relationship, but I continued to think that I needed to first fix myself. I needed to quit smoking first and all of that. And the truth is, you don't. The truth is that I didn't quit smoking until I went to God. He is the one who helped me to quit after years of struggling with it. And it's an amazing feeling, truly. So boys, I hope this video could help. Don't forget to follow my Instagram, where I post daily on there, showing my mindset, showing, my thoughts and things like that. I hope this video could help. I really do appreciate it if you watch this video all the way through. Love you, boys. Peace.